I'm Fazile Hardy and I'm Group Director Inclusive Society at RNIB. The government in about 2011 wanted to replace disability living allowance, and they decided to introduce a new benefit for working age disabled people called personal independence payment. They began a consultation process and we became really concerned about their understanding of the challenges facing blind and partially sighted people. Firstly, we were worried that they didn't recognise the mobility problems, how difficult it was for blind and partially sighted people to get around. Our second worry was that partially sighted people might not get any benefit under personal independence payment. So we started last year extremely concerned. We decided to put the voices of blind and partially sighted people centre stage so that government could see the human stories behind, if you like, all the details in the paperwork. We asked our members and campaigners and service users to contact their MPs. We ourselves wrote papers setting out our concerns. Individual blind and partially sighted people up and down the UK took action. So the sector as a whole really got together and unified its voice. In December 2012, the regulations for personal independence payment were published. Immediately we could see that our voice had been heard. The government had changed the regulations from the draft by recognising that using a cane was a mobility aid in the same way as using a guide dog. That meant that thousands more blind and partially sighted people would be eligible for that higher rate of benefit in getting around. And we got confirmation from the Minister for Disabled People that actually, if a partially sighted person had issues outside the home in reading signage or labels, that they would get the standard rate of daily living components. So from my point of view, I feel much more confident now that blind and partially sighted people will get the income they need to live independently. For most people now who are in receipt of disability living allowance, the rollout of personal independence payment won't affect them until 2015. For new people who are going to sign on to benefits in this coming year, they will be affected by the introduction of personal independence payment. From June, PIP will roll out for new claimants and those turning 16 across the UK. There'll be a telephone process first, and then there'll be a face-to-face meeting. I'd certainly advise everyone going through that process to get advice first. If people don't have a successful claim, they should definitely come to RNIB Action and to other charities for advice. If people would like to know more about personal independence payment PIP, please visit our website rnib.org.uk/PIP benefit, or call our helpline on 0303 123 9999.
RNIB, supporting blind and partially sighted people.